important to know how gut destroys the brain. It is very important. We think that the food does not destroy the brain. It is very important to understand the neuroinflammation is created by the gut because 70% of the neurotransmitters are in the gut. The food which we eat, जो खाना हम खाते हैं वो गट को खराब कर देता है, इंटेस्टाइन्स को बर्बाद कर देता है, उसको बोलते हैं लीकी गट. व्हाट इट इज कॉल्ड? लीकी गट. So the most important thing is that food is most important what you eat. Traditionally, that is why we maintained in Indian kitchen the very hygienic way of cooking food so that our body remains healthy. Now, if you see 80% of the body is sick. Why? Because our food has become what? Unhealthy. We take a lot of fast food and all. We think of the tongue, but we forgot that bacteria in the tongue are destroyed. If you take one antibiotic and you see the taste of the food is taste, the change of the food is taste changed. Why? खाना एंटीबायोटिक खाने के बाद मुंह का टेस्ट चेंज क्यों हो जाता है? बिकॉज मुंह में जो बैक्टीरिया खाना को सलाइवा को डाइजेस्ट करते हैं या गन्ना का रस पीते हैं, you take a cane juice, you will see a saliva in your mouth. What do you see? It is secreted extra so that you can digest the cane juice. But if you take an antibiotic, most of these bacteria are destroyed and you feel lot of damage inside the what? Body. And because of that, inflammation in the brain starts. So Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, all they start from where? That is why we call neurology is a palliative care. It is not a treatment care. And that is the reason I never choose neurology as a palliative care. I chose neurology as a treatment care. You understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let us go to the subject. There are two types of diseases we know. One is communicable, non-communicable. Communicable means infectious disease. Infectious disease, if you see, there are a lot of infectious diseases we have, like COVID and all are infectious disease. But like Parkinson's, lifestyle disease, spondylitis, slip disc, all these are what? Non-communicable. It does not transfer from one person to other person. It is generated by itself. Why it is generated by itself? It is generated by itself. Yes, please come in. अंदर आइए. 1 minute, please stop. No, it's okay. I'll do it. Can I come? Yes, please. So you want to see me how I treat Mastania gravis? A patient has come to my room. Can you switch off the light? You have to come here. Sit down. So here you can see how I treat Mastania gravis. He was having acute spondylitis and he was having a very severe pain. And he could not sleep in the floor. And he was having Mastania gravis. His eyes used to flicker very long, very much. And treatment is Botox. So if you want to ask him any question, you may ask him.
Certificate.
Hey, please stop your mics. This person was suffering from severe spondylitis. His spondylitis pain is totally recovered. I am suffering him from what? Blessed spasm. blepharospasm. Now his blepharospasm has been recovered because his eye is flickering. Now you can ask him any question if you want to ask. You want to ask him any questions? आप इससे कोई सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं? इनको सीवियर स्पॉन्डिलाइटिस था, ये ऑफिस में बैठ भी नहीं सकते थे. Do you want to ask him any questions?
Sir, good evening.
Yeah, please tell.
Sir, आपका myasthenia gravis कितना दिन से है?
Myasthenia gravis नहीं, blepharospasm.
Sir?
blepharospasm. यानी इनकी आंख अपने आप फड़कते रहती थी 24 घंटा.
Oh, ठीक है, sir. Sir, how long you are having this problem?
How long you had this problem?
Last 2 years.
Last 2 years. So
In how many days you got recovered?
Almost 90% almost recovered now.
Okay, sir.
No
So how
Botox.
many? Okay.
Hardly we give him 8 or 9 sittings.
Sir, only nibs, sir.
Yeah, no needs. You can see me how I insert the needle.
Okay, sir.
Please come.
सर आपका कैमरा नहीं दिख रहा है.
Spotlight.
Spotlight. Can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
A injection of Botox has been finished. Patient is almost recovered, 90%. You want to ask him any more questions? You want to ask any more questions?
No.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Doctor.
Thank you. Sorry, huh? And nothing will happen.
Can I have some cotton wrap?
No, you tell them down. They will prick it out. People are there. So, can you go back to the gut inflammation? Any questions you want to ask me regarding this patient?
Sir, how do you diagnose a patient that he is having myasthenia gravis?
Madam, myasthenia gravis has its own symptoms. Blepharospasm is having its own symptoms. Myasthenia gravis is suffered by acetylcholine and is affected in the whole body, while blepharospasm is a spasm which occurs near the eyes. You cannot open his eyes near the heavy light and all. So every disease has a symptom. So when you hear the symptom, you have to do MCQs. That 10 MCQs you select. These are the symptoms. These symptoms follow under which disease?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir.
You
Thank you,
understood?
Just
Yes, sir.
part.
What you did not understand, tell me.
Because I have to learn some terms.
Yes. See, you have to learn a lot of things, so I'm teaching you.
Okay. Okay, I'm here. Thank
Even
you.
a doctor takes 6 years. We have spent only a few months.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, gut brain inflammation, please. So it is estimated that 65% person or 75% patient globally suffer from Parkinson's Alzheimer's, and other degenerative disease because of what? Gut inflammation. What it is called? Gut
Gut
inflammation.
inflammation.
There is infection in the gut. Because 70% of the neurotransmitter is not in the brain, but in the gut. Yes. In Hindi, it is said, "Jaisa khaoge and vaisa hoga man." We take a lot of non-veg, we take a lot of this, but do we take care of our stomach? And after a certain period, we become very depressed, we become this, we become that. Why? You see, I had a sugar of more than 200. Now my sugar is how much? Less than 140, 130, 120, 96. I just, what? Corrected my food habits. Now I'm okay. I don't eat all ice creams. I don't eat all this sugar. Ice cream is very dangerous. It gives you a lot of sugar. The majority of these inflammatory diseases are cardiovascular disease. What are the disease? Cardiovascular, cancer,
Chronic
coronary respiratory disease, diabetes, and neuroinflammation. Any brain inflammation, right? You can understand if you don't take care of your food, what are you going to suffer from?
అవి నిబంధనలు ఆ డబ్బాలో పోసుకొచ్చారు ఆ డబ్బా అని తెచ్చారు ఈ అటుకులో
Next. So now we are saying why you are not winning. We are not winning because we create chores. Lot of chores is in our brain. We become so chores that what to do, what not to do, we run from here. Instead of correcting our life habits, medicines are required. But instead of correcting ourselves, we become so chaotic that pain becomes a very difficult disease. For example, if you say inflammatory states, obesity, cancer, rheumatoid arthritis, inflammatory bowel syndrome, etc. Industrial food production.
అది తీసుకొని అది చేస్తే సార్ పొద్దున 6 నుంచి సాయంత్రం 6 దాకా 2 రోజులు చేసినంత పని అయితే తెలుసా ఆ పొద్దున అంతనేమో పిసికి పిసికి పిండి పిండి చేతులు నొప్పులు మధ్యాహ్నం నుంచి ఏమో మళ్ళీ దాన్ని అటు తిప్పి తిప్పి
No, there's too much of talking going on. We cannot hear you at all.
What can I do?
I know, I know that you can't do anything. Everyone has to understand that. The most basic etiquettes they don't want to follow, sir.
Basically, they are not physicians. They have come from where? They have learned acupuncture in 20 days, 30 days, 1 month. They have not studied very harshly, they have not done any difficulty in learning. So they do not know the value of it. Those who know the value of education, they know the value of knowledge. You understand?
Agree, sir.
The value of knowledge is what? The recovery. People are suffering. In your family, people are suffering so much. You see, you are taking 60 units insulin, 70 units insulin, so much medicines you are taking. So there are 2 types of diabetes. Generally, diabetes is created by gut inflammation. So the leaky gut, because you eat different types of food, the gut becomes leaky. Now, artificial sugar is not known to the body how to digest it into glucose and to make it energy. It sulfur and all, the sulfur sugar and all is not digested by the body. Rather, it creates more and more infection in the body. At the end of the day, you suffer not only from diabetes, you suffer from inflammatory diseases of the spine, neurogenic, neuropathic, especially peripheral neuropathy. And more important is the Horlicks. 70% is artificial sugar. So if you give this all this healthy drink, malto and all, if you study properly, this industrialization has really destroyed our own health. Now you can see where we were. We were at the very good health when we started. Our forefathers were at very good health. Now where we are, our health has been totally destroyed because of the food, habits, living. All these things have destroyed our health in a very bad way. And now we earn money and we spend money. We earn money for our living, we spend money for our health. Neither the money is saved nor our health is saved. That is why acupuncture, NIBS, all these things are there to what? Not only save your body, but also to bring quick recovery and quick income. At least you can take care of your family. यानी अपने परिवार का आप ध्यान रख सकते हैं फूड हैबिट्स और इन चीजों से ताकि ये आपको तकलीफ नहीं दे. Next. Next. You can see what are the diseases of the which can be created from inflammatory gut. Diabetes, obesity and metabolic syndrome, obesity, adaptability and chronic diseases, cardiovascular diseases, psychiatric disease, depression, anorexia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson, hepatic disease, NAH, cirrhosis, infectious disease, general TB, malaria, asthma, allergy, inflammatory bowel syndrome, autoimmune disease, peptic ulcer, HIV, cancer, critical case trauma, pancreatitis, transplantation, sepsis, ARO, aging. You can see just because of your food habit, how much of your disease you can create in your body. You become sick just because of your eyes. You see tasty food in the market, you eat without even taking care of maida, you eat too much Maggi and too much gluten, and then that is what happens. You become more and more sick. By the age of 40, you become like a hospitalized person. Next. So now you can see what is the driving force. One is the pollution of the water. So you can say life and or death is only a cell layer. It's just between a cell layer. One cell can create cancer and one cell can make you life. So if you don't take care of your body, definitely you will go to suffer very much in future. Am I clear? So it is very
Yes.
important that you take very good care of your food. Any more questions up to now?
Clear, sir.
Any questions you want to ask?
सर
Yes, sir. Tell me.
सर जो लाइफस्टाइल के लिए आप बताए जो खाने की तो क्या चीज है जो खाना चाहिए जैसे
आप एक
हॉर्लिक्स
काम
की
कीजिए इंटरनेट में यूट्यूब में जाइए गट इन्फ्लामेशन पढ़िए क्या पढ़िए गट इन्फ्लामेशन एंड लिखिए गट उससे आपको नॉलेज हो जाएगा क्या नहीं खाना और क्या खाना.
ओके सर.
Dr. Sastri, like to ask my question.
Yes, sir. Please tell me.
How does COVID affect the gut brain?
See, COVID is an infection which damages not only the lungs, but it spreads towards the body and reduces the immunity. So whenever it reduces the immunity, the first thing which it reduces is it damages the gut. It makes it leaky. So the moment that leaky is damaged, negative microbes are deposited. So gradually the immunity of the body goes down, 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 and your fighting ability with the disease goes down, and your lungs get infected. It generally not only it is there, it also affects the lungs. So sometimes it becomes MOFS. MOFS means multi-organ failure syndrome. So you can understand, if you don't take care of your body right now, what will happen?
More health problems ahead.
Yes. You will not have your health property. You may have money property, but your health is gone. You spend all your money to buy your health, and you are going to lose it. Next. So now infectious, this has been the most important part of the body. If you see the anatomy of the vagus nerve, it goes towards the whole body. Vagus nerve पूरे शरीर में जाती है, and उसमें inflammation हो जाने से, उसमें कोई infection हो जाने से पूरे शरीर में infection हो जाता है. यानी this vagus nerve creates a lot of infection in the body, and it is also the reason of most important reason for seizures. I have recovered many patients of seizures if they continuously treat. But the problem with the patient is that they come in the last stage and almost the disease is totally gone. Next. You can see the major research paper which has been submitted on this world about the gut-brain infection. So if you read these research papers, you'll come to know more about the gut-brain research paper. If you want any research paper, please let me know. I'll upload and give it to you. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next.
Baba, तू का पैदा बाबा चल
So where does it fit? It fits in a multiple mechanism. Protect mucosa from radiation, heart diseases, diabetes type 2, hepatic disease, infectious disease, diarrhea, and all the disease what you have read here. Depression. Depression is mostly associated with what? Gut infection. Even if you see Parkinson, CBGD, all these are infected because of
Gut infection. Gut infections.
concepts are not new. See, this concepts, whatever I'm teaching you is not new. It are millions of years of concepts. Even in TCM, Ayurveda, all this has been taught for years after years. कि खाना स्वच्छ रखें. अगर आप खाना स्वच्छ नहीं रखते तो आप बीमार पड़ जाएंगे. Don't eat unhealthy food. Don't eat too much spicy food, too much eat this food, that food. What will happen? You will become more and more sick. Eat healthy food, good food, nice food, and it will help you to recover a good disease. More, any questions? Any questions up to now?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
What is the place of detoxification?
See,
In
food
the
habit
aspect of,
itself has to be detoxified. Food habits
sir?
only, see, it is a natural healing process. So natural healing process takes place when you do not repeatedly injure that area. So if you don't repeatedly injure that area, it will naturally heal it. Nature is the best treatment of all the disease. I'll show you one case also today about what you call autism. I have recovered one ADHD child. 1 minute. At the end of the day. I think my speed is good because the subject is long.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. It's okay, sir.
Give me 1 minute.
Dolores, please mute your mic. Thank you.
You like to know, I have recovered one Parkinson's patient, now she is going to office. Her voice aperture and all is gone. So at the end of the day, I will show you this.
Okay, sir.
Please wait a minute. Yes. So you will see most of the child, they become autistic, autism. You can see the condition of the patients, how they have deteriorated because of what? Parasitic infections, refrigerations, sanitization of unhygienic food, urban lifestyle, doing all these things have destroyed our body. Ultimately, we became a sick. So you must understand, a body does not become sick. You make it a sick body. Who make a sick body? You make it a sick body. Next. You don't play football, volleyballs, so all you will become sick. Next. Now, these antibiotics what we use, they also destroy our good bacteria and bad bacteria. Antibiotics are used. But my mother died because of excessive antibiotics, and she had meningitis and she died. Had she have taken care of her, she would have taken care of her UTI infection and all, taken care of her life, she would have not died in a pathetic way. So you must understand antibiotic is not the solution. Food is the solution. Eat good food, good life habits, you will never become unhealthy person. Right? Next. So you can say antibiotic can cause rapid dramatic alteration. So whatever antibiotics we take, it creates lot of problems in our gut. We cannot digest the food. All the healthy vitamins are destroyed. Good bacteria are destroyed because the gut becomes leaky. And you will see many Americans child have become out of 10, 5 or 6 are becoming what? Autism. And in India also large number of autism child has come up. So that part we have to take care. We have to use our healthy food, healthy habit. Do not refrigerate, cook healthy, eat healthy, be healthy. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next. So microbiome drug. So these drugs what we take, they increases what? Negative microbes in our body. They make the gut leaky. Because of this leaky gut, what will happen? You will become more and more sick. The more and more you become sick, what will happen? This treatment, what you do, acupuncture, physiotherapy, all this treatment becomes waste because internally the patient is not recovered. You are trying to recover the patient externally. Physiotherapy is an external exercise. It will not recover the neuroplasticity of the brain until or unless
Your voice, sir.
neuroplasticity.
Sir, your voice is up and down.
Next. Next slide.
I believe Sastri G's network timed out. I'm sure he will be trying to get back in very soon.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you now.
Yeah, you can
Yes,
see
we can
how
hear you.
the impacting factors on the gut, how gut impacts the different parts of our body, how pharmaceuticals, diet, everything from right from infant feeding, how everything destroys our body from lifestyle, from the infanthood to the agedhood. Next. So you can see from how ICU changes the life of the patient. We gives opioids, we gives lot of medicines. We delays the parenteral nutrition and all these things that damage our body. Lastly, our body becomes what? Muscles, and they do not recover. Next. Mickey, you can make some notes and give in the group, right?
Okay, I'll try.
So here you can see how this biosis is defined and symbionts and symbionids changes the factors of the life. Next. You can see how opioids changes the brain and the gut, and then how it changes the brain, like morphine and all. Now you can understand how your son became schizophrenic because of your food. If you have corrected the food, you would have not become like this.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Next. See, it is very easy. You eat this and that, and after that you see how the opioids and all induces virulence in the brain, and it creates a lot of disease in the brain, in the life, and then the brain people become sick. People become sick very badly, and then they will die. Death is easy, but dying on the bed is very tight schedule. So use what? Good food, good habits. Then only acupuncture will work. Then only things what naturally will recover. You can recover Parkinson's, you can recover lot of diseases by how? By doing all these things. Why I say use natural pain? Why I don't advise too much medicines for paralysis? People do not recover. Why my patients recover in Parkinson's and all? Because I always advise them, avoid do this, and now they have started living a healthy life. But those come at the lateral stage, they suffer and they keep suffering, and then you can see lot of neurotransmitters, the chemical changes happens in the brain. As a result, patient is about to die. So this is one part you understood what I wanted to teach you. Rest I'll take the class tomorrow. You can see the my Facebook video. Let me see if it is uploaded. Yes, you can see the first video of today. Close the slides. See the first video of the today. See, corrective measures I will say you avoid gluten, nuts, non-vegetarian, sodium chloride, use potassium chloride, there is black salt, and healthy thoughts, healthy living. Here you can see how I recovered Parkinson patient with NIBS. And now she is only taking 125 milligram of what? Syndopa. When she came to me, she was taking Syndopa of more than 125 grams. This is my student who has recovered myelopathy. This is the video I have said.
This video, sir.
Yeah. So this MK Sastri, we can see a lady with Parkinson's and she has done a very significant improvement. Jai Baba Chappo.
Jai Baba sir.
Gatika, Jai Baba Chappo.
Jai Baba sir.
So now you can see her voice has improved. She is able to walk. She has become no tremors in her hands. And she has joined our office. Our office jata hai? Every day she goes to office. She was an advanced stage Parkinson's patient. She came on wheelchair. अक्सर देखा जाता है कि Parkinson patient में improvement नहीं आता, but अगर इस patient को देखा जाए, इसमें significant improvement आया है. अब ऑफिस जाता है? रोज जाना है?
दो रोज आता है, दो रोज घर में, एक रोज
जाता है?
दो रोज घर में.
हाथ पे ऐसे करो, करो उठाओ, ऐसे करो. Good. You can see there is no tremors. You can see there is very few tremors. ऐसे करो.
पूरा सका.
So you can see a significant improvement in Parkinson's patient. Patient has done a very significant improvement in this case. This is how I say that why pains are stimulated, why pains are required, how you can recover patients. You can see what we do, and then we stimulated with how pain, and you can see beautifully I insert the needle, which teach you. Now you can see almost all symptoms of Parkinson has been finished in this case. बोलो इसको इधर आएगा. Now she can cook food, she can do everything. She's done a very good job. She has improved very quickly. No tremors, nothing. And coordination. Stop the video, you may ask me the question. And she has joined back our office also. You can see there is no tremors.
How
Now you may
long
ask me a
has,
question.
sir, how long has he been in Parkinson, suffering from
From last
Parkinson?
7 years, 7 to 9 years.
Voila. So it is how many sessions has you done?
They have continued for regularly for 2 months, then they come randomly.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Any questions? I'm going to finish the class after 9 minutes, so you have to ask me questions quickly.
Hello, sir.
Ah.
My question is that I found out that you use the right side of the brain of the
Generally, it
scalp.
depends. It is not right side. Generally, I may use left also, I may use right also. It's all about the way of mapping I decide. Please do not
Okay.
go with that view that I use only right side.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Ah.
This is Anand Maurya, sir. The multivitamins come from the allopath will also affect the gut.
Definitely, it affects the gut. Anything which is artificial affects the gut. It is required. But if you use it through food, food is medicine. Medicine is not food. The importance we understand how to eat food, how to live life, how to use acupuncture, how to use natural ways of recovering. How did I recover 28 years migraine? Tomorrow I'll put the video in just 7 to 8 days, 10 days. How do I recover paralysis so fast?
Even the migraine is also responsible from the gut.
Definitely. I understood the responsibility of
And
gut and food and everything. Now the patient is good.
even the autistic child, it is through the its connect means
I
the
will show
disease
you
is
a video
connected
of
through the.
autistic child. Autistic child, he was very hyperactive. Now that child has become what? Very cool. He allows me to put the needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He counts and then he makes a handshake with me. And 40 to 50% of his hyperactivity has been reduced.
Means
It's all by the NIBA. You
autism
must
is
know how to
also.
use the pain and how to map the brain. Mapping of the brain can be done by the 5 fingers, but using the pain, you must know very well. Next question. I am based at Hyderabad. Yes, all are welcome. We have a 44 in-house patient. You are welcome. You can see 250,000 videos online. Everyday videos are uploaded. You can see the symptoms, corrections, comments, and these are all poor patients. You cannot just make words in the mouth. They will give you genuine comments. Today I have recovered one progressive spastic paralysis. Not paralysis, progressive spastic syndrome. I am an expert of terminal stage disease. Shortly we'll have cancer and palliative care. I will show you how we recover, how we sustain the patient of cancer in the last stage and all, how we work with them, how we support them. So you can learn all this from us in future. Shortly we'll have all the licenses. Today we have introduced ozone license. Ozone we established it. Now we have started giving ozone water. So that all UTI infection is finished. Ozone injection. I was amazed that all these days I was giving a cocktail. But today when I gave an ozone in a typical way and a small cocktail, the patient recovered immediately. The age of the lady is 80 years. And now within 2 days, sciatica pain has been reduced by 80%. More questions?
Sir, muscular dystrophy child, DDM.
See, muscular
how much?
dystrophy we can sustain. It depends on what stage of it is. But I've recovered large number of muscular dystrophy. You can see in my video how muscular dystrophy patients we have sustained, and they cannot be recovered. They can be sustained. They can be improved. And one patient of muscular dystrophy, she had more than 3,000 CPK. Now our CPK is 33.6.
Thank you.
I took 9 months, but then finally it was done. More questions?
Sir, I wonder how do you put needles to the patient as if
See, first I
automatically?
analyze. See, my thing is first I analyze his behavior. His behavior analysis makes me understand what kind of functional changes have taken place in his brain. Now to correct these functional changes, I use these needles as electrodes. I insert these electrodes and then stimulate it with the pain. And then the results are out. That is what I said, neuroplasticity has to occur. Brain has cells. We never understood the capacity of the body to recover a disease. Medicines are required. No one says medicine is not required. But medicine is the only solution. Who told you? We are recovering patients with stem cells. Large number of patients have recovered. A 2004 paralytic patient who was because of gunshot injury who came from Somalia. His legs he can move now.
Okay, sir.
More questions?
Sastri ji?
Yes.
Yes, there were two questions. The first question is Naomi was asking you about detoxification. There are some patients who come in and they do a kind of foot detoxification. I believe that's what she was wanting to know. Would it help with the gut improvement of the
See,
gut?
first of all, you avoid eating certain food. It itself will detoxify. Repeated injury only destroys the gut. First, eat healthy food. Certain herbal drugs, take it. In India, we use different. There may be different. Use it. Gut will become healthy. The moment the gut becomes healthy, your depression becomes gone. More questions?
Compared to normal delivery, the babies born to cesarean mothers, they have more drug side effects. Means by breast milk, or they're more weaker than normal delivered babies.
There goes CP child. There is a cerebral palsy. You have to identify which kind of disease it is, and then you have to find out the way how we can recover it. The physiotherapy is only there to what? Save the atrophy. It has no role in the recovery of a CP child because it never does anything in the neuroplasticity of the brain. Well-found research papers have been put up from 2012, net gut theory to epichain theory. It has spoken very well. NIBS is my own innovation, non-invasive brain stimulation, by which you can recover paralysis, you can recover loss of disease. I've already written a book, 2 books, Atlas of NIBS and Paralysis Made Easy. I've written 44 books, so I hope one day I will release these books for your goodness. One day you will read it and you will become a good person, good physician. But these books will only go to healthy, good people. All are not good people. You do nothing and you ask everything. So you get nothing. Nature says, give and take. You give nothing to the nature, you will get nothing from the nature. I'm not asking money from you. I always ask what? Share. Share the image, share the videos, like the videos, share the videos, tell among the common people. Then only things will happen. Right?
Right, sir.
So almost it's 9 o'clock. I have to take leave. I have OT procedure and all. We'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll teach you more and more procedures. I'm just trying to clear your what basic doubts. I don't want to go in deep because deep knowledge is not required for you. If you understand the basics, it will become easy for you. Ask questions, will clear your doubts, and then you'll become a better person. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
MashaAllah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, sir. Thank you so much.
Good night, Sastri ji.
Take care.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wali. Make
Good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
sir.
Class is closing down.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.